This game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore. Gee, what doesn't nowadays? I mean, seriously, almost every other game has it.
Very true.
Yes, welcome to the second chapter of the Resident Evil series, taking place 2 months after the events of Resident Evil 1. And of course, the stakes are higher, and things have just gotten worse.
Yeah, the last one was out in the boonies. This time, the whole city's been infested.
Yep. And of course, there's a deep, dark conspiracy deep within Raccoon City. A conspiracy which will be rather disturbing.
Oh, it's gonna spell doom for the city.
No, well, by disturbing, I mean another way. But more on that much later. Anyway, what's interesting about this game is the fact that it actually has 2 different storylines depending on which order you play as in regards to the characters.
Yeah, this game came on 2 discs. One disc has one character's story, and one disc has the other story. The order in which you put the discs determines the order of the scenario.
Look at that, subtitles.
Adam worked very hard on these people, so...
And I may have still done some errors in terms of spelling and pronunciation and all that. So, nobody's perfect. I tried my best.
You did pretty good.
Well, there were some I was still a little iffy on. Anyway, yep, we have a recap of RE1 right here.
The Raccoon City Police Department's special S.T.A.R.S. immediately
So yep,
began
the mansion went up,
the case
but unfortunately so did the evidence.
Thanks to the efforts of S.T.A.R.S members Chris Redfield.
And like I said before, the S.T.A.R.S got disbanded, and thus they had to want to skip town.
But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
As is evident in this game. Yeah, in terms of the 2 storylines, I'm going with the canon one. The one that, well, obviously is widely recognized as canon. It's actually confirmed. Yes, welcome to Raccoon City. We'll be staying here a while.
Oh, yeah.
But we're roughly 2 games in this marathon, if not more. And now we are greeted to our female protagonist.
Finally here.
Claire Redfield.
Hello. I believe she's been, with the exception of one game, voiced consistently by the actress Allison Court.
Lynette from the Big Comfy Couch, Jubilee from X-Men, and Lydia from Beetlejuice. Well, the cartoon, that is.
That guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite?
Gee, did rotting flesh didn't tip you off to what he was? Seriously, these people are too dumb to live. Well,
Hello.
well, since she's new in town, obviously she has the diner.
Anyone here? Hello.
Now let's see, this game itself is a vast improvement from the first game in terms of mechanics and all that.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I help you with anything? Maybe I'll just help myself
Sorry I bothered
to an exit.
you.
Any kind of exit?
Don't come any closer.
Because I'm not interested in the special. I've seen what the special does to people. Maybe that. Door!
Where's a katana when you need one?
We can use a gun.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down.
Bang! If only headshots were that easy.
Stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer.
Because, truth be told, getting headshots with like a pistol and all that, it's not, from long range and all that, it's not that easy.
There.
It's just, you know, fiction makes it easy.
Okay.
Anyway, we're off to the RPD.
What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went insane.
Insane, that's an understatement.
You're a cop, right?
Well, then again, I don't blame them for being freaked, because saying zombies, according to them, are only in fiction.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. We came to find
And yes, obviously that is our second protagonist, Leon Kennedy. Oh look, it's a tanker. Surely nothing wrong is happening with that guy. Surely he's just fine.
Could you open the glove box?
Sure.
And
There's a gun inside.
There's a piece.
Better take it with you.
how convenient. Whoa!
Hi.
Leon's zombified twin, huh? You want something to do with you? Yep! Oof!
That deals with you.
Ouch.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
That maniac's gonna win.
Might want to do the smart thing and get out! And just like that, the two are separated because obviously we can't have two characters playable at the same time.
The PlayStation 1 wasn't capable of that.
No.
Claire,
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
And so begins Claire Redfield's night on the town in Raccoon City. It's gonna be a night to remember. They were parted by an unescapable destiny. This is just the beginning of their worst nightmare. Anyway, now we need to run. Oh, look at Arkas. Spell that backwards, by the way. Arkas backwards is Sakura. Obviously, it must be a reference to Street Fighter. Anyway, well, when in a zombie apocalypse, what better place to seek shelter than a gun shop?
Freeze!
All the toys you could possibly want.
Provided there are any left, which there aren't.
What are you doing here?
Except the guy who sounds like he has a head cold and he's using a crossbow. Which he can cock like a shotgun.
Ooh. Sorry about that.
Because obviously if you're playing as Leon first, he uses a shotgun.
I thought
For
you
some
were one
reason,
of them.
women aren't allowed to have shotguns in this series.
What's going
That's
on
actually
in this
averted much
town?
later on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But
Well, that was a
I ain't got
trend
no
up
clue,
until
darling.
Code Veronica.
Actually,
Time
no.
there was something
Jill
wrong.
could use
The
shotguns.
entire city was infested with zombies.
Yes, in Resident Evil 1, she could use shotguns.
But don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here.
Uh-huh.
You're being
I'm
creepy
keeping
as
a
hell.
close eye on things.
Right. And so I don't feel so safe considering those windows. They're easy to break. Anyway.
Especially if things that have no sense of self-preservation just casually bash into them until they shatter.
And he's standing right next to the windows. You know what that means? Meat bag! Ugh. Now you could waste the ammo and grab the bow gun, or you could just be daring and grab it before they can grab you. Like I did here. Run! Albeit you can get a special closet key by getting to the police station without grabbing any ammo or anything.
You'll meet someone that, well, you'll meet a familiar face who has the closet key.
Of course you need plenty of ammo to take him down. You'd ought to just be lucky with a knife. Because seriously, I never do knife runs. Except for that one time when I did HD Remaster off camera.
Well, the only game where it's feasible to do a knife run is Code Veronica because that game's built for it.
Well, pretty much, I guess you could say that. Anyway.
Well, it's like... I'm pretty sure it's like the only
actually that's not
RE game I can think of where everyone up to and including the final boss can be knifed.
I guess, but no, the knife has been useful in other games too. Anyway. Alright then. Obviously, Claire being a female protagonist, you know, she has the typical kinds of armament. She uses a grenade launcher, she has a lockpick, she has lower stamina than Leon. Not mentioned I tend to get a much slower clear time with her than what I do with Leon. And like I said, the story, there are two storylines. Obviously, Leon A and Claire B, but this is of course Claire A, Leon B. Ow! Get off! Fortunately, thanks to plot armor, we're immune to the virus. But of course, there's a limit to how effective that would actually be. Considering that there have been times where characters do get infected.
To my knowledge, no one has canonically been bitten by a T-virus zombie.
No, not exactly. Ah! Get off! Wait. What do you mean? What even wasn't a goal? They clearly went into the net! Referee, you're blind! Damn zebras! Anyway. Yeah, we're just, one area away from the police station right here. Get off! And I apologize for my sloppy playstyle. What do you expect? It's been roughly 5 years. So, yeah. Oh yeah, in terms of this run, I'm going to be trying to grab all the files. So, just so we can have some extra information. Oh yeah, and down here is where you can find the special zombie. Okie dokie. And up here is a green herb. Oh yeah, and of course if we do go off kilter at times, don't worry. We're just going to treat this like a more casual run, I guess you could say. I don't mind it when I'm laid back, but I do like to have some level of professionalism. Try to find a balance, you know?
You take things a little too seriously sometimes.
I know. Anyway, welcome to the Raccoon City Police Department. It's more like an art museum than a police department.
Well, let's remember it's run by someone who...
Well...
probably would only have passed the police exam in modern-day America. Oh,
snap! Oh.
Hang in there.
Hey, you look like Will Smith.
The only officer left in the building?
I see he does.
Who are you?
Yeah, but Will rarely ever dies
Claire
in his
Redfield.
films.
I'm
I
looking
know.
for my brother Chris.
He did I Am Legend,
We
though.
lost contact
That's
with
I
him.
was about to mention that one.
Over
Yeah, so
10
that's the only
days
one I can
ago.
think of.
Chris, Jill Berry.
Yeah, this guy's Marvin Branagh.
Every last S.T.A.R.S team member
He actually is a
has
very
disappeared.
skilled
We
officer
should
of the
have listened to
RPD.
them.
What happened?
And of course, he's giving us exposition.
2 months ago, there was this
But I will say this much.
incident
Obviously, he turns.
involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other
Yeah, like I said,
S.T.A.R.S
they skipped
members
town because, well, nobody's going to listen to their
discovered
story.
that Umbrella was behind.
Because everyone
everything
was under Umbrella's thumb.
at the risk
Yeah,
of their own lives.
Umbrella
But
almost
no one
literally owns this
believed
town.
them.
Are you okay?
Yeah, he's not going to last much longer.
He's done.
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms.
Sadly, I don't think there are any at this
Here.
rate.
Take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in
thank
the
you.
hall with this. Now go.
Obviously, he's got to get her moving because he knows he's got to turn.
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
All right, let's get moving. Because there's a computer at the receptionist desk that we can use this card key with. And Marvin locks the door on us. For a very good reason. Anyway, handgun bullets. Yeah, there has to be a huge surplus of handgun bullets in this game.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be using your handgun a lot.
Albeit, obviously, it'll fall to disuse once we get the grenade launcher. Or at the very least, extra bowgun arrows.
Yeah, the bowgun's actually a pretty good weapon in most games it shows up in.
Yeah, it fires 3 arrows at a time, so it's technically a 6-shot weapon. Albeit, it doesn't have that much stopping power against larger enemies. Against zombies, it's very effective.
Yeah, one shot in the throat and bye-bye.
Well, provided that all the 3 arrows hit. Anyway, police memorandum. This details a safe combination in the detective's office. 2236. We want to keep that in mind because we can get a map by using that combination. And once again, item boxes. Always available whenever you need to store crap in, and of course, always linked no matter what. Unless you play real survival mode on each of your remastered, that is. Oh boy. I did not like what I just saw. It's like something out of a hentai fic. Ugh.
Fun.
Anyway, oh,
Speaking of...
this guy must be Headless Bill. Anyway, oop, dripping blood. That only can mean one thing.
Speaking of bad hentai...
Eep. Oh, look, although he almost looks like Lord Zed without the armor.
Sorta, yeah.
And with a huge tongue. Or like a very impossibly long tongue. Yeah, meet the liquor. They're nasty. Yeah, you don't want to be dealing with them unless you have higher caliber weaponry.
Yeah, you want at least a shotgun to fight lickers.
Yeah, or if you're Claire, a grenade launcher, specifically with acid rounds. They obviously knock out lickers in 1 or 2 shots. Anyway, in here is another file. Operation report. See, September 26th, unexpectedly attacked by zombies. Well, then again, it was unexpected considering, again, people think zombies are fiction. So thus, they decided to carry out an operation. This operation is twofold, actually. Or should I say it was, because obviously it failed. Let's see. The first objective is security, armaments, and ammunition. The chief voiced concern regarding terrorism, and yet made a decision to relocate all weapons and ammunition to scatter intervals throughout the buildings as a temporary measure to prevent a possible seizure. Of course, this ended up biting them in the ass. Which actually justifies why we find random ammo all over the place. Oh, and of course, the second objective is to unlock the weapon storage in the basement. Of course, we still need a card key for that, and we need to actually turn on the power to the card reader. I'll mention right now, in that armory is, you can grab a side pack, which obviously gives you 2 extra inventory spaces, or a submachine gun, which takes up 2 spaces, but it's a decent weapon, but I never use it, really. September 27th, 1 p.m. West Brigade broke through, dark exchange ensued. 12 people were injured during battle. Additional report. Yep, this one's describing the liquor. I just gotta ask, what the hell is Capcom thinking with this creature?
Remember, this thing was made by Japanese artists.
I know.
On the other hand, it was American minds who created the disturbing fiction that this thing stars in.
And how? Seriously, folks, I've seen enough of that to last me a lifetime.
Hey, you and I are the ones who found that one particular fic.
Let's not bring it up again.
I'm not. I don't plan to. No.
No. Anyway. Oh. Yeah. Over there is the evidence room, but we need a key to open it.
We've already hashed through that particular train wreck a couple of times already. Ugh. Come on, die.
Please. Oh, the train wreck, you mean the fic?
Yeah.
Clipping!
Whoa.
Then again, not perfect. Yeah, obviously Claire's pistol can hold 13 rounds, Leon's can hold 18. But it can be customized. So yeah, obviously Leon benefits from having upgrades for his guns. Whereas Claire just has to use whatever she's got. Anyway, green herbs. Yep, obviously herbs return as healing items. And unlike Resident Evil 1, if you use first aid sprays, you will be penalized. Because this game actually has a ranking system. It will penalize you for how many increments you've used, how many first aid sprays you've used, and your clear time. All those will factor into your final ranking. With, I believe, obviously S rank being the highest rank, which is ungodly difficult. Seriously, I'm talking like an hour 30, no increments, no first aid sprays. Yeah. You gotta be a speed demon to get that kind of ranking. September 28th, Operation Report 2. The survivors were whittled down to 4. And they couldn't secure the weapons cache. So thus they came up with a desperate plan to get through the sewer in order to get out of the city. So there's pathing from the precinct underground to the sewage disposal plant. So the drawback is that there is no guarantee that the sewage disposal plant is free of any possible dangers. Well, it's true. It's slim chances, but it's better than staying here to die.
Very true.
So thus, decided to lock the door, the only door leading to the underground, located in the eastern office. And of course, the key is somewhere in the station, in the western office. It didn't say which one, though, I guess. Anyway, actually, this operation point is helpful. At least it gave us an objective of sorts to find entrance to the sewers. Alright then. Oh yeah, here in the dark room, if that closet over there, if you have the closet key, or special key rather, you can actually get an alternate costume for Claire, and a new gun. A single action army actually. It's not a Magnum. It's actually it takes 9mm. As such, it fires like you just like you expect from an old Western revolver, firing from the hip. But of course, 6 shots, definitely not enough to kill anything that moves. Unless of course those bullets were very powerful, which they aren't. And we have our first actual pushing puzzle. Because roughly in the early games, roughly 90% of puzzles involve pushing things. Oh well. Obviously, you want to grab that red jewel that's in the statue's grip. Here. Oh yeah, I should mention, in terms of the cutscenes, obviously there'll be some slight delays in terms of dialogue. But in the fact that I'm playing this on the PS3 and it's using the original PS1 ROM, I guess you could say. Or ISO rather, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, this is PlayStation. It's always been ISOs.
Anyway, so yeah, obviously load times are plenty. And oddly enough, the only game to actually avert the whole door opening and door animations thing is Deadly Silence on the DS. You get your skip door animations in that one.
Well, that's because it's a cartridge game. The load times are almost instant. They only kept the door thing in there for nostalgia purposes.
They did the same with HD Remaster. Which, I don't mind door animations. It's a staple of the early games.
It also helps build up the ambience and the suspense.
Mm-hmm. In S.T.A.R.S office. In here, we'll grab a few goodies. Namely, 2 files, handgun bullets, a first aid spray if you want to, and a grenade launcher. Yeah, so yeah, Claire's weapons. Her pistol is a Browning HP handgun. I think it's from Belgium or Germany, one of the two. And her grenade launcher, I believe, is an M79. Although it looks different from the M79 that I know. And of course, for you gun aficionados, the M79, I believe, was introduced in the Vietnam War. Nicknamed the Thumper, I believe. I'm just going by what I remember. Then again, my memory may be spotty. Then again, it's always spotty. And then, yes, if you search this desk 50 times, you get a hidden item. It's trash. So search this desk, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And where is it? There we go. A roll of film. And here's a picture of the S.T.A.R.S members. And of course, this is obviously before Rebecca joined the team. So unfortunately, you can chop the number of active S.T.A.R.S members, or whatever, to 4. Chris, Jill, Barry, and Rebecca.
Yeah.
And, this is Chris's diary. Now, obviously the chief refused to listen to you. Yep, and when infected turns into a zombie. Yep, all the evidence went up at the mansion. And of course, no one's willing to talk about the incident. Let's see, what's the next entry? August 17th. Local reports about strange monsters appearing at random throughout the city. August 24th. Oh great, there's something worse than the T-virus this time.
Fun.
Haven't they done enough damage already? Not even close, Chris. Oh boy. And he decided to fly to Umbrella HQ in Europe. And he didn't want to tell Claire because doing so would put her in danger, actually. It would put her in the line of fire. In the end, he's really worried about his sister. Then again, not telling her is what led her here in the first place. Then again, how could he have known? I mean, he didn't know the city was going to be infected. Anyway, Federal Police Department Internal Investigation Report. It's a fax to Chris. Let's see. An internal investigation, and what have they found out? They found out that this so-called G virus doesn't exist. Well, as far as I know. But they did find something else out. About Chief Irons. He received a large sum of funds and bribes from Umbrella Inc. for the last 5 years. And obviously he was involved in the cover-up of the Mansion case. Not just that, he had been arrested on suspicion of rape on 2 separate accounts during his years as a university student, and underwent psychiatric evaluation as a result of charges, but was released due to circumstantial evidence.
How?
And his phenomenal academic standing. And as such, we want to be very, very careful with this guy.
How the hell does a freaking sex offender get to be a police chief?
Umbrella. Obviously, they managed. I'm pretty sure they managed to bribe the city officials to allow him to be police chief. I mean, it stands to reason. They do own the city. Yeah, because they're the ones with the reins of power. Anyway, we also grabbed a unicorn medal. We're going to use that at the base of the statue in the main hall. That way we can get a key. A key that unlocks 2 doors in the station. And in regards to the B scenario, Cleon doesn't even need the key that you get from this medal. Claire does, though. Oh! No thanks, not in the mood for groping. Ugh. See, if they had to grab me, I was about to give them a grenade to the face. Or whatever. Anyway, liquor's right there. Here's a green herb. Okay. Oh, there he is. Take that. And boom.
Lickers are blind, but they have very good hearing.
As such, you really want to avoid running when they're around, otherwise they'll make a beeline for you. And they hurt! Especially their jumping slash. Yeah, I guess you could say they're the successors to hunters and chimeras. They tend to have traits of the two. Let's see, yep, this'll do. Patch yourself up to full, or at least close to full. Alright then, let's go grab a key. Say which, well, the first few games of the series, they had really catchy soundtracks. Then again, the newer games don't have any bad soundtracks either. Very atmospheric, in fact. Here we are. But seriously, all that for getting a key. Do we really need that pointless 5-second FMV? Seriously? Oh well, anyway. Yeah, we just got the spade key. It unlocks the records room, I believe. Yep. In the hallway with the liquor. And also unlocks a door past the S.T.A.R.S office. Alrighty. Yeah, pretty much Claire's grenade launcher can use standard burst rounds, and of course use acid rounds and flame rounds. Flame rounds, I think, are perhaps the strongest ammo. I think, at least, I think that's the case considering you get so many of them. Anyway, what do we get here? Patrol report. Received a report of suspicious individuals skulking around the sewers in the outskirts of Raccoon City. I searched the area. Okay, I located the individual, but he ran away before I was able to question him. Oh yeah, if I go too fast for you folks, just pause the video and read the files.
Yeah.
Small bomb C4, electronic detonator, 9x19 parabellum rounds, and a broken infrared scope. Oh, of course there's also something in here. Ink ribbons! Ink ribbons, of course, like before, are used to save your game. But of course, there are a finite number of ink ribbons. But then again, if you know what you're doing, you won't even need all those ink ribbons. At most, maybe 3, if not 4 ink ribbons, if you're not that skilled. But then again, some people might be unskilled and they have to end up using like maybe a dozen ink ribbons. Oh well. Anywho. Well, yeah, we went to the dark room and get that film developed. Find out what the heck, what all the searching was for. Because obviously if you get rolls of film, you can develop them in the dark room. And yet, we have a whole roll of film, and all we get from it is one picture. Meh.
Well, let's see.
Alright, we'll get there. Here we are. No matter what game I play, when it has a save room, it always calls me. It lets me know I'm safe from anything. Because seriously, because monsters cannot follow you into save rooms. Mercifully. Anyway, here we go. I can develop them here. And what is it? It is Rebecca in a basketball uniform. Okay.
Wesker. How old is Rebecca again?
18.
Just barely.
Yeah.
Wesker, you like to live on the edge, don't you?
I guess he did. Again, Rebecca herself is featured in quite a bit of fan fiction. Anyway, moving on.
Yes.
Okay, running. To the other door that needs to be unlocked. Oh, zombie. And a little girl. Although, why is she wearing a Japanese schoolgirl uniform? Japan.
I'm not even gonna question it at this point.
Me neither. Anyway, here's the door. And obviously there's the vent that she went through. And, oh. Ah, Leon!
Yo.
Leon!
Glad to see he made it.
Claire!
Oh yeah, if there are any cutscenes that are in one story, chances are you obviously see those cutscenes as well as the other character.
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go.
So
look
thus
for
they
her.
split up again.
You go and find us a way out of here.
Well then again,
But before I
despite the
forget,
fact that
here's a
splitting
radio.
up was a bad idea, they would be able to cover more ground, and they do have
That way
radios
we can
now.
keep in touch if something comes up.
So if need be, they can contact each other if things get really, really, really hectic, and they can come running. But no, actually, the radios are only used like roughly 3 times in this particular storyline, whereas in the other one, it's only used once. Seriously. Ah, flame rounds. Right. Well, new ammo in our inventory. That's good. Welcome to the library. Yep. Not much in here. Oh, there's a red herb though. And nothing else to do here except go upstairs, actually. Because those bookshelves are rather suspicious. Yep, we gotta go right over here. There's a dead end. But, whoop! Yep, and
Like a cat, though.
Yeah, and there's another puzzle here. It's very easy, actually. All you gotta do is move the leftmost bookshelves to the right. Both of them. That way it matches that picture that was way over there.
Right.
There we are. And we have one of 4 items that we need to get out of the police station. A serpent stone. Right then, that being said, see you guys next time in part 2.